Good morning, kids. Today we're checking out a brand new video from Super Horror Mike about a game called the Greyhill Incident. Now let's hop in and see this story explained.
Hey guys, Super Horror Bro Mike here, and in today's video, we attempt to survive an alien invasion as we explore the story and ending of the Greyhill incident.
Ooh.
So sit back, relax, and let's journey into the unknown.
Is that a foil blanket on
The
top of the
Greyhill
car?
incident takes place during the early 1990s, and as the title suggests, its story unfolds within the fictional North American town of Greyhill, a farming community full of conspiracy theorists who believe the existence of UFOs and little grey men from outer space are more than mere comic book fiction.
Classic design.
One gloomy night, Amy gets on the town's radio system to report her husband spotted someone or something next to their car. It ran off into the cornfields before she could get a good look, and so she decides to call the police. Brandon, a veteran of the Vietnam War, tells her not to, saying he doesn't trust the government and believing they should handle the situation on their own.
Oh no.
Next, Bob chimes in, an expert in grey aliens. He
Well, that'd be
explains the
right.
best thing to do is to board up all doors and windows and try to wait out an impending alien invasion.
Amy, don't tell the officials anything. Otherwise, we all end up in the nut house. Are you trying to tell them we think there's little green men running around?
Gray, Brandon. They are gray.
Thank you,
The
Bob.
only thing we can do in our situation is to board up our windows and doors. I'll try to rest a bit. But Amy, trust me, you don't want to end up in the psych ward.
No one does.
The townsfolk assume that if they call the police they will simply end up in a psych ward, as no one would believe their tall tales. Next up we hear from Ryan, the main protagonist and the hero of our story. He
It's
explains
us.
his son Henry has been acting strangely ever since he returned home from the forest earlier the same day.
Hey guys, Henry's been acting strange since he came home from the forest this
Oh,
morning.
great.
I don't know what's going on with him.
Brandon explains the government has been trying to cover up the existence of aliens since Roswell in the 1960s,
Candy.
and so this small community of neighbourhood watchers are on their own tonight. Ryan is given the night shift, and it is his job to patrol the town and keep his eyes peeled for any alien activity. Ryan turns off the walkie-talkie and ends his conversation, heading to the living room to check on his son Henry, who is complaining because the TV has no signal. Ryan questions Henry about what he saw in the forest that morning, but before he can get any answers, a loud noise can be heard coming from his son's bedroom. When
What
Ryan
the-
reaches Henry's room, he finds only an open window. Someone was here, but who? He decides to head to the backyard and check things out. In the backyard, Ryan finds his dog Max barking loudly at the tool shed. The door
It's
is
always
locked
the
from the
shed.
inside, and so Ryan prizes it open with a crowbar.
Those
Once
ET now
inside,
heal.
a bright light emanates from a nearby cornfield, and we hear an otherworldly sound.
Ooh. Oh, damn.
Ryan dashes back outside and watches in horror as his dog Max rushes towards the light and disappears into the field.
Max, no!
Max!
Damn it, Max.
Max! Max!
Returning to the house, Ryan notices that the TV signal is now working again, and a news report plays out, detailing an alien invasion, though the media report frames it as a hoax.
The government has checked into this incident and has announced that this UFO, fortunately, is just a weather balloon.
Oh, come on.
This movement that you'll see in a few seconds is just a reflection on the lens of the camera. There is no reason to concern. And don't forget to be aware of the small green man in your backyard. You're Mr. Broker.
Ryan is angered that the government is trying to cover up the existence of these grey
damn it.
aliens, and realises that his
I mean, did they say the wrong color on purpose just to piss people off?
fellow
for the game.
townsfolk were right. If they are going to survive the night, the town will need to band together to do so. He picks up his walkie-talkie and is informed by Brandon that the local farmer Joe Parson seems to be in a spot of danger, and so Ryan begins his night shift, heading to Joe's farm to make sure he's okay. Upon entering the field, Ryan finds the cattle are spooked, with some mutilated and left in pools of blood. The radio begins
Oh,
to
God.
cut out. A tractor has been left on in the center of the field, with no sign of Joe anywhere. Ryan climbs inside the tractor and discovers an eerie recording left by Joe.
Brandon, this is Joe. They're trying to break into my tractor. I hope this message gets to you. Walkie-talkie connection broke. They're small and gray.
Oh boy.
my God.
Leaving the tractor, Ryan
Like
notices a
insects.
lost cat at the far side of the field. This cat belongs to local conspiracy theorist Bob Baker, who lives in a nearby trailer.
What the hell's going
Bob's
on with
cat
it?
seems to have been fitted with glowing orb-like implants, suggesting she had been captured by the aliens and experimented on. Ryan collects up the cat and heads to Bob's trailer. Outside the trailer we discover a file on Bob, which sheds some extra light on his character. He claims
think
to have
that's
been
good.
abducted by grey aliens as a child, and also claims they experimented on him and fitted him with a probe, which he later ripped out. Bob has even written a book all about his abduction, though he has yet to find a publisher.
Of course.
Once inside the trailer, we meet the slightly unhinged and erratic Bob, who wears a tinfoil hat to protect himself from the aliens' telepathic mind control capabilities.
Is this Kitty? My cat?
You know, something I've never understood about the tinfoil hats is why you always make it into the pin. Like, that's just asking people to make fun of you. Well, just make it smooth and fit to your head. Or do like what Fry did in that one movie. The wild green yonder. Make it stylized. Make it actual hats.
Yeah, I caught her out in the field near the tractor.
Oh, what does she have on her head?
I don't know. It makes a strange noise. It sounds like electricity or something.
Bob tells Ryan to use some pre-prepared tinfoil on his walkie-talkie. This should block the aliens from interfering with its signal and allow him to communicate with the townsfolk once more.
Should it?
After fitting this
Would it?
upgrade, a bright light appears in the sky and the two witness a UFO landing in the adjacent field. The grey aliens step out of a ship and begin to invade the neighbourhood. While Bob
Are you in?
Let's go.
Hold on, folks. We'll be right back. And we're back.
begins capturing video footage of a UFO for his upcoming documentary, Ryan races home to protect his son Henry. Unfortunately, as he runs back home, another UFO flies down from above and draws Henry up via its tractor beam.
No! No, Henry!
Damn. It even looked like the kid was trying to fight it.
Ryan hears the sirens of a police car and so heads back to the main street. The car tears down the road and crashes into a lamppost.
Ooh.
Upon reaching the car, Ryan finds it empty. The officer has fled the scene, or worse, was taken by the Greys. Inside the squad car is a revolver and a top secret government file.
Gun.
This file proves the government knew of an expected alien invasion in Greyhill on May 11th, 1992.
And boom.
This very day.
Date.
Gun in hand, Ryan heads back to his house, desperate to save his son Henry. He finds Bob waiting for him on the porch. Bob explains they need to finish boarding up the house so they can stay safe in case the aliens return. The nails he was using have been left at the nearby Creek residence, and so Ryan heads over there to retrieve them. En route, he comes face to face with one of the little grey men in person.
Oh, damn.
Ryan has been warned to only use his gun and flashlight as a last resort. Their sound will draw the Greys to his position. He manages to evade the alien and retrieve the nails, which he then returns to Bob. Suddenly, a call comes through from Brandon on the walkie-talkie. It sounds as though he and his daughter Rachel are in trouble, the aliens attempting to gain entry to their home. Ryan heads across town with a mission to save Brandon and Rachel, but is soon sidetracked after he receives a call from the officer whose car had crashed.
My name's Ryan. Who is this?
My name's Apone. Thank God you're here.
Pone? Like
I'm injured.
Pone?
I'm trapped in a barn.
The officer is named Apone and is holed up in a barn somewhere in town. He explains the government is trying to cover up everything and urges Ryan to meet with him. He also asks Ryan to collect up as much tinfoil as he can to protect against the grey alien threat. Ryan carefully sneaks towards Amy's diner and along the way collects up as much tinfoil as he can carry. This is
Good
where he
job.
gets a good look at the grey aliens, featuring the iconic design you may recognise from classic sci-fi horror fiction.
Oh yeah, who
These
doesn't
little
know
grey
that
men
design?
will chase the player relentlessly and take many hits to fell with Ryan's baseball bat.
Good, a bat.
A better way to tackle them is by shooting them with a revolver, or simply playing stealthily and hiding in places such as cars and closets until danger has passed. If an
Oh,
alien
boy.
grabs Ryan, he must struggle free, and then try to lose his pursuer while it recovers from being pushed back. Ryan reaches the diner,
not
but
really pushed
Amy
back,
is nowhere to be seen.
But down.
She has left a note to tell him that she is in the barn. When Ryan reaches the barn, Amy is waiting by a biplane, though this plane cannot be used to escape as it is currently out of fuel.
I have
Damn.
to find a way inside that UFO. Meanwhile, I've been trying to get to Brandon's house because he's in trouble too.
We'll help you, Ryan. The cars don't drive anymore, but maybe this old biplane does. We could use the biplane to get near the UFO.
That seems like a long shot. But I guess it's our only option.
Screw it, Independence Day
Amy
them.
explains that if they can refuel the biplane, they could potentially use it to fly up to the UFO and try to save Henry. For more information about the plane, Amy suggests seeking out Matt, who was last seen collecting up resources around the farm. When Ryan locates Matt, however, he finds him locked inside a safe in a house. Matt entered the
Locked
safe to
inside a
try and hide
safe?
from the aliens, but accidentally locked it from the outside and is now unable to escape. Ryan tracks down the safe code and frees Matt, who then explains what he needs to do to fix up the plane.
I'm gonna go talk to Amy
There
about
we
the
go.
plan to rescue your son. Can you go and search for a barrel of kerosene and bring it to the
barrel?
gate?
I'll see what I can
I'll go
do.
find one. You just better have that plane ready.
Ryan searches out a tank of kerosene to fuel up the plane and drops this
Okay,
off
no,
by the
that's
barn
different.
for Matt and Amy. After doing so, he receives a call on the radio from Apone, the policeman who previously contacted him. Apone explains the aliens implanted something inside him, something cold and metal. He is heading to the church and asks Ryan to meet him there. Upon entering the church, Ryan comes into contact with Father Graham, who believes the apocalypse is nigh and heaven's angels are descending upon the earth
These
to
are
save
not
the
angels.
worthy. His grand sermon ends in his own abduction.
This is an alien invasion. They abducted my son and I need to save him. Who knows what they're doing to him?
And when this guy goes
Ryan,
up or out the
he is
window.
in God's hands. What do you think when I give that the angels take me? Your son is blessed. It begins. It begins now.
Oh no. Oh damn, that is bright. Achievement, amen. Funny, funny. Yeah,
Ryan
nah, y'all
heads for-
gone. Oh. Hold on folks, we'll be right back. And we're back.
Ryan heads through the church to the graveyard where he finds Apone is dying. The officer has suffered several fatal wounds from the alien experimentation he underwent. With his final breath, Apone tells Ryan of a mysterious man whose phone number he hands over. This mysterious man will be
Thank
able to
you.
help Ryan and the other townsfolk if he is able to contact him.
Call the number. He'll know what to do. He'll help you find your son. Don't call anybody else. Not the police. Not the government. They won't help you. Not unless you're gonna end up in the psych ward if you survive all this.
Currently, the phone lines are down, and so Ryan must sneak through the neighbourhood, avoiding and
Wait, how'd you
sometimes
get more
fighting
bullets?
against hordes of wandering greys, until he manages to locate a circuit board to replace the fried one in the local telecom box. With the phone lines back up and running, Ryan locates the nearest landline and calls the mysterious man.
Apone said you can help me.
Yeah, I can. Now listen to me.
Okay.
And do what I tell you.
What's
Wrap
up?
your entire body in the tinfoil. Completely cover yourself head to toe and let them abduct you. I know this sounds crazy, but if you want your son back, you have to trust me.
Sounds like a lot of foil.
The mysterious man explains that the only way to save Henry is for Ryan to let himself be abducted too, so he is able to infiltrate their ship. To remain conscious while this happens, he must dress himself head to toe in tinfoil. An unlikely plan, but Ryan has no other options.
Foil man!
The mystery man
I'm
hangs
sorry.
up the phone and Ryan heads outside where he watches Amy and Matt as they take off in the biplane. Though he is unable to warn them of the danger they are in, and so they too are soon abducted.
Damn
As
it.
Ryan makes his way towards Brandon's house, he realizes the fields are now full of UFOs.
Oh, crap.
Alien ships have landed from across the galaxy, and he must act quickly if he is to save the remaining townsfolk. Ryan reaches Brandon's house where he discovers Brandon has been taken too. However, he does
Brandon,
find
no.
Brandon's daughter Rachel is alive and well, hiding in an upstairs
Oh, thank
bedroom.
God.
I'm so glad they didn't get you.
I was hiding under my bed, but they got Daddy.
Yeah, I know.
My dad says the government is lying about everything.
Apparently, in
Well,
this game.
he's right. But don't worry, though. I'll protect you. I have to get on that saucer to save him, so I'll bring you to Bob, okay? He can watch after you until I come back with your
You
dad.
can't protect me. My dad says you're a weakling, and you can't protect anybody.
Well, ouch.
Rachel
Thanks,
tricks
Brandon.
Ryan and locks him in the bedroom as she flees the house, believing he is not up to the task of protecting her and wishing to find her father, who was taken by the aliens. By the time Ryan
come
locates
on.
a key and escapes the room, the child is long gone. Thanks to the helpful bark of his lost dog Max, Ryan manages to track Rachel to a crop field situated behind a gas station, where she is
Damn it.
captured by the
She's
grey
been gotten.
aliens and taken to a nearby barn and held captive. As he heads over to save Rachel, Bob chimes in over the walkie-talkie and informs Ryan that his caravan is back up and running.
Oh,
I found
cool.
a solution to make the caravan work. It'll take me a few minutes to get it done.
Bob, that's great. That's what I needed to hear.
Definitely.
It'll be our chance to get out of this town. I have to save Rachel first. She's trapped in the barn by the gas station. I'm going to get her, then we can make a plan to save Henry.
Got a whole
The
lot of people
field
to
is
save.
full of aliens, but by staying hidden, Ryan eventually manages to gain entry to the barn and save Rachel. Bob makes an explosive
Oh,
entrance,
shit.
breaking through
Damn,
the side of the
Bob.
barn in his caravan. Rachel is placed safely aboard, and Ryan explains to Bob that he should seek out the mysterious man he spoke to over the phone. Perhaps this mystery man can help expose the truth of this alien invasion to the world.
I'll go out and try and get its attention. I need to get it to abduct her. It's my only shot at getting Henry back. Drive to Nevada and take Rachel with you. I think that's where our mysterious friend is.
I'm gonna work with your mysterious
How are you so
friend
sure?
to bring all this to public.
Ryan bids Bob goodbye and heads outside, where he allows himself to be abducted by an alien UFO. This is his only shot at saving his son Henry.
Bring it
However,
on, you
once
big
aboard the
metal
ship, everything is dark
bitch.
and silent. The
That's all I
tinfoil
could think
appears
of.
to have been unsuccessful, and it seems Ryan has befallen the same fate as Henry and the rest of the town.
Ah,
Now a
crap.
captive of the aliens.
Is it working? Henry? Henry?
Our story concludes as Bob takes Rachel safely out of town and sets off on a new adventure to locate the mystery man. He vows to write a book on the Greyhill incident and expose the truth of the alien invasion once and for all. This seems to be a story that will continue in future games, but
Hopefully.
for now this is where the tale of the Greyhill incident meets its conclusion.
Oh look, they even got maps.
And with
That's
that,
nice.
we've come to the end of this video and a look at the story of the Greyhill incident explained. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it both
this was
entertaining
interesting.
and informative. If you did, remember to leave a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe for more horror-related content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.
Alright folks, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. The link will be in the description below, and I'll see you folks next time when we flick on. Peace out.